This is Vero Center, a large but relatively modest a mall, if you will, but it has a neat grocery store, which, considering the food that I found here in restaurants, that's a godsend. Here's the very large supermarket, very nice supermarket, lots and lots of things in there to buy. It only has one upstairs. Whether it's designed to have another level in the future, I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Relatively uninteresting. The restaurants have almost nothing in them. Some have actually quit serving food. This ends the attempt to reach. I just noticed that's the bus for the zoo, duh. I'm waiting to get, I'm on bus number 60, which is a once a day, or maybe twice a day, direct shot to Matka Canyon for hiking. Otherwise you have to take bus number 5 and then pick up 60 at another spot. I think it's built on top, underneath the railroad system. Here's my usual stop where I could have picked up the bus. Didn't see this church before. I think it may be St. Clement, or either that or Matka Monastery. I'm not sure which. So there in the distance is the canyon. I'm telephotoing up to it right now before we turn. And this is a little village before we get to Canyon, and also this is maybe where bus 6 drops you off to pick up bus 5. I don't really know. This is the benefit of taking bus number 60 at 7 in the morning. You get here in the speed of light. It's fast, very little traffic, very little pickup of passengers, and this is the bus stop where I come back, and I'll pick up a yellow minibus that will be number 60 then, and it will take me back to the spot where I pick up bus number 5. And so here we hike up into the canyon. So here it's dammed with this portion of lower flow over. For what purpose, I don't know. I'm just imagining that this is a dam, certainly looks like it, that a emergency outflow channel. And the road probably goes to the right up to that elevation, and then dam, of course. Don't quite know what that's down there for, but there's the local dog. It looks more like a wolf. It's kind of like Zion, although it's not. It's a a reservoir, and so there's a commercial facility here for boating, which is kind of cool, I guess, since it is a reservoir. Here, what looks like a monastery, or at least a church. Here, a restaurant that's probably not open. Not only is it early, but and raining, but may not even be the season. Don't know whether there's housing up there or not. Interesting only because this trail is carved in to the side of the cliffs here. But looking down, you can see that the water level is probably 10 to 15 feet lower than it often is. It gets a little bit more natural as you hike deeper into the canyon, but only because we're not next to cliff sides and there aren't the safety cables and railings and so forth. It's a nice safe trail given its context high up on this cliff, but it still makes you a little bit unnerving, particularly when there's only the cable to hold on to, even though there's more than enough width in most of the places. I just walked a little bit of wooded area, and now we're just ready to do some more cliff walking, and I don't see the point. Everything looks the same. That's the most novel thing I've seen, is that natural bit of erosion. I stopped underneath this dry overhang to eat an orange on the way back. As I was walking out, I met my friend, the bus driver, And he was with the man who opens up this church. And so, because I was his friend, the man who opens up the church is letting me take video. This you normally never get to see, including the people who are the churchgoers, because it's behind the iconoclast, iconosis, which is this wooden device here. The Roman centurion. Tony, okay, thank you. Tony has brought me to this monastery where there is for nuns. Good. It's a beautiful place, isn't it? We're inside and we can't figure out how to turn the lights on, so I'll just take some quick video of the things we may be able to see. More frescoes. It looks pretty old. How old is this? How old? 4? And then the iconostasi. So we'll honor this one to get this wood door. It's not an old wood door. And then there used to be some painting in there, but it's not there anymore. Up in the mountains now, we tried to get to a third church, but it was just too much mud. We all got stuck, and then finally we got unstuck. So we're pretty high up in the mountains, on roads on this rainy day that are impossible to drive on when it's mud. The asphalt's fine, but these are little villages. We had a novel adventure. The weather's clearing up. Getting some good mountain views from up here. So that was fun. The come and get us doesn't have to get us now. So far this seems to typify the topography going to Sofia, still in Macedonia. Large mountains in the background, well-rounded, sloping, rolling hills, a little more pronounced here. Some areas of reasonably flat. We just exited Macedonia, now we're entering Bulgaria, assuming that our